Yo, Adam, who do you think you are just coming home like that out of nowhere? Mom was completely distraught because of you. Why did you have to show up after all this time?
She was distraught? Are you sure? Because she started slapping me and tried to shove me out the front door as soon as I walked in. I was quite surprised by her reaction, to say the least. I was just in the neighborhood for work, so I thought that I would drop by. But she just refused me from the start and even threatened me.
Well, I don't blame her, though. It's your fault for showing up without anyone's permission. Or perhaps you didn't think that far because you're just a high school dropout. Remember that you no longer have a place at home with us. You're just uneducated good for nothing. Try to make a living doing construction because you don't have the skills for anything better. The rest of us have been working hard to make the best of the situation, and we were so close to finally forgetting about your existence.
How could you say such terrible things about your brother? I've been continuously sending money to Mom and Dad for over 10 years, like $1,000 every month.
You make it seem like that's a lot of money, but $1,000 for us is nothing more than petty change. We don't need your charity, but you just kept sending the money every month. Like that was the only way to stay connected with the family. But it's too bad because we just threw it all in the fireplace and roasted marshmallows as it turned into ash.
What kind of stupid lie is that?
Whatever. But the truth is that we never needed any of your money. Thanks to your extra money, we were able to splurge on some things. That's for sure. It's not like anyone was forcing you to send that money. You were acting on your own all the time. And now you want to complain about it? Don't be such a loser. Don't you have any pride as a man?
Well, if you didn't need it in the first place, I'll take it all back in that case.
We used it all up, so there's nothing to give back to you, you nitwit. You're asking for something back that you've already given. That's such a dumb move. Oh, but that's right. You never finished school, so I guess you don't know better. What a pity that you never learned the principle of such things.
I never graduated high school because Mom and Dad were too focused on you to pay me any mind. They refused to support me whatsoever as soon as I was old enough to start working. And they were the ones who kicked me out of the house the day after I turned 16.
That's no surprise. Why would they waste their money on your college education if they never expected you to make anything of yourself? They always knew you were a failure. On the other hand, I got nothing but straight A's in high school and even graduated top of my class in college. I'm about to start my new job with a major company, the complete opposite of the way things turned out for you. My academic achievements are praised by everyone. I am the model son that everyone wishes they had. They're even planning to build a statue of me at our old high school to honor my accomplishments.
What a lame town. That just seems like a waste of everyone's tax dollars. Isn't there a more meaningful way to spend all that money? It's as if you're dumping all that money down the drain.
You're just jealous, aren't you? But I completely understand why you would feel that way. This kind of chance will never come for you. Maybe in your dreams. But it still doesn't change the fact that you're a high school dropout.
Why would you tell such an outright lie? I've never heard of any high school building a statue in honor of one of their graduates, just because they were hired by an elite company.
Okay, sure. You're just burning with jealousy, aren't you? But that won't be for much longer since I've decided to cut all ties with such a good-for-nothing brother. So you better not try and get in touch with me ever again.
The same goes for you. I hope I don't hear from you ever again. But you're sure that's what you want, right? Don't blame me for anything that might happen.
What are you talking about? Nothing's going to happen to me. Dad is one of the top executives at his company, and Mom is a sales manager for a high-end cosmetics brand. And I've already been promised a managerial position at Dad's company with great benefits.
What? Your so-called elite job is with Dad's company?
Yeah, and why not? They even said that they will even give me a large lump sum as a reward for my first paycheck. I'm so glad that I was the one born with brains. It would have been so embarrassing to end up like you.
You just use Dad's connection to get hired there. It does nothing to prove your intelligence or anything, and you want to act like you're so much better than me. How lame.
Just shut up. At least I'm not stuck in the same construction job since 10 years ago with no possibility of ever getting ahead. Anyway, talking to you any longer will only lower my intelligence to your level. So see ya. Remember, this is the last time we'll be talking to each other.
Don't worry. I assure you that I won't miss talking to you. But as I said, you better not come crying to me for anything.
Like that would ever happen. Don't act like we owe you some big favor for that measly amount of money you've been sending. Go back to your construction site and dig up some dirt or something. I am starting my top corporate job soon, so we are already on different levels, wouldn't you say? It only makes sense that I no longer associate with someone on the lower end of society like you.
Fine. Whatever you say, take care then. And don't say I didn't warn you.
You better not contact me ever again, big brother.
Please, Adam, I'm begging you. You have to keep this a secret.
Dad, aren't you the least bit ashamed of yourself? That girl looked like she was barely 20 years old. How can you just make out like that in public? You must be out of your mind. I took a picture of the two of you without even thinking.
We both just had a little too much to drink. There's really nothing going on between us.
It sure didn't seem like it was nothing. It looked like the two of you were more than just friends with one another. It's too bad that I have no obligation to keep quiet about any of this, so I'll decide when and to whom I expose what I saw.
Wait, you can't do that. I'm your father.
Really? Don't you remember what you said to me when I stopped by the house the last time? You told me that having me was one of the biggest regrets in your life, and that you were ashamed that I was part of this family. Not very fatherly behavior, if you ask. You've betrayed me many times before, but those words were by far the most hurtful to me. And after all these years, I've been sending money every month because I was only thinking about the well-being of our family.
No, I didn't mean what I said that day. It was your mother and Gwen, the way they kept putting you down and offending you. I was just taken in by all of their negative talk. You have to believe me.
Whatever. Let's just suppose you didn't mean to say those things, but you did say those things to my face, which is just wrong. You must be out of your mind if you think that's an acceptable way to treat your son. I'll let you know right now that I've lost all patience for your nonsense. But after this incident, I realized that I hate you guys now. I'm feeling quite smug right now, knowing that I hold the key to your downfall. I can destroy your reputation with this evidence.
You have to forgive me. I'll beg on my knees and even give back the entire amount of money you've sent over the years, anything it takes. So please just do me this favor and keep quiet about all of this.
I see. So this woman must be really important if you're willing to stoop so low to keep this hidden. I'm more interested in the situation now.
No, it's nothing like that. You have to believe me.
Fine. Then you should have no problem telling me everything about her. Who she is. Why you're willing to do whatever it takes to keep this a secret. I want to know everything.
Everything? I don't know if I can do that.
It's up to you, but don't forget that I have proof of your infidelity. I can send these photos to your office right now if I wanted to. Then I'm sure it won't take long until her identity is revealed.
Fine, I'll talk. Just promise you won't send the photos. She's the CEO's daughter.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, but she's already engaged to someone else. So if word gets out about her being with me, I'm sure you can just imagine how bad the situation will be. And she was the one who approached me, so I had no choice but to go along with it.
I am not looking to hear your excuses. There's no point in trying to justify your actions to me.
You're right, but you'll keep your promise now and not say anything about this, right? I'd also appreciate it if you delete those photos as well.
What are you talking about? I didn't make any promises.
What?
Did you hear me? I didn't promise you anything. All I said was that you need to explain the circumstances. And unfortunately for you, the decision about what to do with these incriminating photos is up to me.
No, stop. I'm begging you. Just think about what you're doing. If those photos get around, it'll be the end of me for sure, but you'll be ruining your mother and brother's lives as well.
Of course I know that. That's why these photos are so valuable. It gives me the advantage of deciding what happens to you guys.
You little...
You better watch what you say next. You see, I'm extremely pissed off at the three of you right now. You kicked me out of the house the day after I turned 16 and left me to fend for myself since then. And you've berated me since then for never finishing school. But whose fault do you think that was in the first place? I still felt like it was my duty as the firstborn to support the family. So I've continued to send money every month, especially for Gwen's future.
I'm so sorry. I completely regret treating you like that now. So please forgive me.
It's a bit late to realize your mistake now, don't you think? And I hope you didn't think that your regret makes up for any of the pain you've caused me. Anyways, goodbye.
Wait!
Hey, Adam. There's something I want to talk to you about. Do you have some time?
Well, it's quite a surprise to be hearing from you, and you're being so polite on top of it. There must be something you want from me. But wait, you made such a huge deal about cutting all ties with me. Why are you even messaging me?
I know what I said, but there's been a change in circumstances. Would it be possible to talk in person, please?
I don't have time for any of your nonsense. Can't you just text me?
Well, I was wondering if you would be able to resume the monthly payments to us.
What?
And I know you were sending $1,000 every month, but can you increase that to $1,500 from now?
No, wait, what are you talking about? After all those insults you made about me, do you think that I would even consider doing you any favors? You must be out of your mind.
That's why I'm swallowing my pride and asking you right now.
Yeah, right. I don't have a single penny to give you guys. Let me guess. I bet Dad got fired from his job or something, right?
Wait, how do you know that?
Because I was the one who provided the evidence that got him fired in the first place.
What?
That stupid man, he was having an affair with the CEO's daughter. And I have enough hard evidence to prove it since I took the photos of them together myself. So I sent all the incriminating photos to Dad's office, and this is just a result.
You did what? How could you?
Oh no. You have no right to get angry with me. Dad is the one who was having the affair. If anything, he should be blamed for all of this, so he just got what he deserved.
But if you kept quiet about everything, no one would have found out about it. And because you just had to go and expose everything, they want to withdraw my job offer. What am I supposed to do now?
Of course, I knew that you would end up losing your job as well. That's why I decided to do what I did. But like you said, I'm just a good-for-nothing high school dropout, so I just didn't know any better. For me to conjecture what's best for the family is beyond my ability, I guess.
But it's your fault that everything is a mess at home now. Even Mom was fired from her job because they found out that she was embezzling company money. Wait, there's no way.
Oh, sorry. I was the one who exposed Mom's situation as well. Do you know what she was doing? She was selling cosmetics to a specific individual under the table and pocketing the extra profit for herself. It was so easy to detect her secret plot when I started following her, but what can you say? It looks like my good-for-nothing character just comes from her. Do you know what they say? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Wait, so in Dad's case, don't tell me that you also...
That's right. Did you think that it was just a coincidence that I came across Dad and his lover? I'm not actually that lucky. I just wanted to get him back in some way for turning me away that time. So I decided to follow him to see if something would come to mind. And what do you know? I just happened to catch the perfect photo opportunity.
That's messed up.
Messed up? What are you talking about? The real culprits are the two idiots that raised us. When I was stupid enough to have an affair with the CEO's engaged daughter, and the other who was stupid enough to embezzle company property, I was just making it clear who was wrong and punishing them accordingly. There's nothing wrong with that.
But still, that's not something you need to do to your own family.
What family? You said to yourself that you were cutting all ties with me. We're no longer family, so we have no obligation to one another. And we are no different than strangers passing each other on the street. That's what you said, isn't it?
Yeah, but
why didn't you also say that you were so much more capable than a high school dropout like me? So why didn't you just go look for another job with a different company? I'm sure your excellent skills will make you a shoo-in wherever you apply. A job offer, too, shouldn't be that hard of a task for you, right? I mean, you're accomplished enough to have a statue built in your honor and everything.
About the statue, it was just a little lie. They're not really building a statue of me.
Of course I know that. Well, if they were going to build it to symbolize the town's biggest idiot, then that's another story.
Shut up. You've done nothing but insult me and our family this whole time. Fine. Then you know what? I'll show you just how capable I am. Let me prove to you once and for all just how much better I am than you. You'll see that I'll work my way up from here.
Work your way up? All you did was take advantage of Dad's connections. You didn't even lift a finger. You're finally at the same starting point as everyone else who actually earned their positions. Everyone starts out with no money or connections, but they just fight and struggle to obtain that job offer. Now it's your turn to do the same.
Now just shut the f*** up. I'll show you how capable I am. You'll be completely speechless when you see how successful I am.
Well, either way, good luck. Hey, I thought you said that construction work was way below your standards. I never imagined walking into my office to find you waiting to be interviewed. I couldn't help but laugh at such a coincidence.
But why don't tell me you're the boss?
That's right. When I was kicked out of the house at 16, my boss here was kind enough to hire me without a degree. And when he retired, he asked me to take over the company. So I accepted his offer. I've been running this company since then and helped it grow into what it is today.
So you're saying that your company is doing well enough that you can offer such good working conditions, even for part-time hires?
Well, it turns out that the circumstances I faced back then, they're not that uncommon. Young, uneducated people are left to fend for themselves since they have no one to rely on. And I wanted to provide them with an opportunity to make something of themselves the way my boss did for me. That's why I want to offer the best benefits for my staff here, so that at least one person can avoid experiencing the same kind of doom that I did when I was younger. I am sure you apply for the position because of the excellent conditions, but you should have at least done some research before coming in for the interview. You would have seen my name noted there as CEO.
I had no idea.
So what do you want to do? You ran off as soon as you saw my face, but if you come back now, I'll do you the courtesy to at least go through the interview.
Well, I don't know.
Just make up your mind already. Are you willing to work for me or not? I've already set aside enough time for you, so don't make me wait any longer for an answer.
You're crazy if you think I'm gonna work for you.
Don't think you can be so bossy. Just because you run that business, it still doesn't change the fact that you're a high school dropout. By the time I'm the same age as you are now, I'll have made so much more money than you. So you better brace yourself to be made a fool.
Why do you have to be so stubborn if you just apologize like any normal person? I would have just let all this go, like no big deal. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Who do you think you are telling me what I should and shouldn't do? You just happen to be lucky enough to be appointed to that position. You'll always be a good-for-nothing dropout to me.
Sure. That's enough. Now you better not contact me ever again. I am afraid that the longer I keep talking to you, the more my IQ will fall to your level. After that, Gwen left the office, refusing to go through with the interview. To be honest, I thought that this was a good opportunity for us to make amends, but I guess things don't always work out as planned. In the end, he was never able to get any job offer for any corporate position like he wanted. He's working part-time at a supermarket and living on his own in a shabby one-bedroom apartment. However, since this one incident, Gwen has never contacted me to ask me for any kind of help. So I would like to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's actually making an effort to make something of himself. I have absolutely no intention of helping him financially, but he's still my little brother, so I guess I can root for his success in the corner of my mind. On the other hand, my parents' lives took a huge downfall as a result of their foolish behaviors. They were overwhelmed with debt and completely disappeared from town. So who knows where they are now or what they're doing right now, but for Gwen's sake, perhaps this was the best outcome, since he no longer needs to be around those two failures. I don't even know the number of times they've insulted me as a good-for-nothing, but luckily I had the drive to work hard, and honestly, unlike them,